Everybody. It's our favorite day because we have Feature Friday today, and I'm so excited. We have Joe Moretti back. He's been here before. We're super pumped. Joe, you should be able to share your screen, and then we can get started right away.
Beautiful, beautiful. Good morning, everybody. Is there anybody here on the West Coast? Just out of curiosity. No? Okay. Well, it's like 6 a.m. here. So if I like trip over my words, please like have some grace.
We will.
Happy Friday, everybody. I gotta say, SG, man, that song takes me back to like my first year in university. That was like, wow, I am definitely awake now. All right, everybody. So one thing that we're going to be going through today now, you know what? Like number one, Faye, Jake, my hat's off to you guys for having your camera on. I didn't want to be the only one here with my camera on. So you know what? Big up to you guys. You guys win. You just win Friday. So I'm talking today about one of the most uncomfortable things in real estate. And I know you might be thinking it's lead conversion or door knocking. This is even worse. This is like the major uncomfortable truth that holds every single real estate agent back. And at the end of this call, there's a QR code. And what that QR code does is it's a direct link to me. I'm also giving you one of my admin email addresses. And at the end of this call, if you want to be so brave as to access one of those two pieces, I'm going to give you the exact resource that I use with all of my individual coaching students so that we can make sure that you don't fall into this complete nosedive and that excuse that, well, nobody's busy in quarter 4. It is a crazy real estate market out there right now. And again, I'm going to go on a limb here and say that there's a lot of people that are experiencing like buyer's fatigue. There's a lack of like people looking to complete. It's a crazy soft condo market. It's happening everywhere. I've coached up to 2,000 students in 7 different countries. I have a student in South Africa telling me the exact same thing. But what I typically find is we're in one of those markets where like there's the old saying, when the tide goes out, you find out who's swimming naked. That's exactly what's happening. See, I see, got you already on a Friday morning. So that's what's happening in today's market. The agents that are currently lacking in skills training, structure, process, and the big one is discipline, right now are being exposed in a very soft market. The agents that have built those pieces, those are the agents that are excelling. This is a skills and discipline space that we're currently in. I have not seen it like this. I've been in the real estate game since 2018. I built one of Western Canada's largest teams at the time. I helped write the playbook for EXP Canada. We had the very first EXP mega team in Canada at the time. So what I'm going to tell you right now is any agent that came into my ecosystem, we had a team of over 43 people. And any agent that came in, I would walk a new agent out the door at month 12 if they didn't have 12 deals under their belt. Luckily, I never had to do that. And I'm going to share with you today one of the major missing pieces that made agents of all tenure, that made them completely successsul. Y'all ready to dig in? Yeah? Can I
Let's
kick it?
go.
All right.
Yes, let's
Can I
do
kick
it.
it? What okay, does nobody listen to Tribe Called Quest? Can I kick it?
Yes, you
Yes, you can.
can.
Yeah, all right.
Such a good.
Somebody had to hit that. Somebody had to get it. All right. So I'm going to share my screen out here. The other thing is that I'm really, really happy to share this slide deck with anybody. So if you guys want the slide deck, again, you can contact me through the info mailbox. There's a QR code, and I'm happy to give out a resource and the slide deck. Reach out to me directly, and personally, I'll make sure that you get it. All right. So y'all can see the slides. We're good. I'm usually a Google Meet guy, so the Zoom always messes me up. All right, let's get this thing rolling. So, what we're talking about today, unlocking accountability. I know, gives everybody like that cringe, like that ick factor. It's like, I really want to be the top agent, but I should probably just post more. I should probably just kind of like move these papers around. I got to organize my desk first. Then I'll be in a space that I can call. Oh, wait, I got to check my email. See, I see y'all laughing at me because you know this is true. So today, I'm going to give you the exact 4 steps to create a personal accountability framework. Get ready. So here are the biggest 3 excuses that I hear from agents when I'm like really trying to emphasize the discipline part of structure, process, and discipline. Number one, not enough time. I got no time. There's not enough time in a day. There's 24 hours in a day. You can do it. Super false narrative. Number two, I love this. I'll make it up tomorrow. I got to have like 5 spear texts, 30 minutes of social media engagement. I need to make 25 dials, 5 conversations, 2 are past clients, 3 are from the lead base with 1 proactive appointment. But I made 3 dials today, but I'll make 30 tomorrow. I promise. I promise. And guess what? Tomorrow, it ain't gonna happen. See, again, I see you smiling now, but just wait. Just wait. And the last one is I need to feel more organized and prepared. This absolutely kills real estate businesses. We were spending between $10 and $17,000 per month on internet leads per month at our high side. And if I had an agent say to me, well, first, like I like to look them up on like Facebook. Can I find them? Do they have a dog? Can I find their dog's name so that when I call, then I can like build that rapport? Oh, look, they have kids too. Then they pick up and it turns out it's a wrong number. I see so many agents do like 15 minutes of preparation to make a dial. They got to get in their space and their diffuser has to be on. And like they got to have like all the blinds closed and the lighting's got to be perfect. And they make a call. And guess what? Nobody freaking answers. You spend 15 minutes on an activity that takes like half a second. That's where the time is going. So what ends up happening is we kind of create these super false narratives and it ends up becoming our real estate DNA. We start using excuses to actually substitute for success. We start completely telling ourselves like, hey, I missed the boat, but it's okay. It's all right. We allow ourselves, again, that grace to actually not move the business forward. And they say the definition of insanity is doing the same thing over and over and over, but actually thinking for 2 seconds that it's going to yield a completely alternate ending. Guess what? It doesn't. And we end up kind of in this trap where it's like, we get these false narratives like, hey, if I'm supposed to be sitting here making my dials, but if this email doesn't come in and I don't answer it, it's a fire that's not going to get put out. Well, guess what? If you get an email that's that important, if it's that important, it ain't coming in an email. It's coming in a phone call or a double dial phone call or a text. So for me, one of the things that I had to do is really start programming agents saying like, it's okay. Like we're not saving lives here. So what ends up happening is like, do we need to check that email 30 times a day? Like, do we need to respond to a text the second it comes in? If I was in a listing appointment, there's no way I'd be like, hang on, an email just came in. Just hold on. Wait a second. Like my son's text, like, hold on. Wait a second. Wait. Okay. Just 2 minutes. There's no way you would. But it's one of those small pieces that detract you from the measurable activity plan that you create every single quarter. You're creating activity plans every quarter, right? Just lie to me and go like, yes, please. Somebody just lie to me. Okay, there you go. I know Faye's doing it. Again, I'm okay with that. I have 2 18-year-old kids. I'm okay getting lied to at this point. I guess they're adults now, so it's all good. It's all good. Another thing that happens is we delay the activity because we realize what we do today casts a 90-day ripple. It is virtually impossible for a lead to come in today, for you to pick up the phone, and you'll have the commission check by 5. Tell me one example in real estate that can happen. Well, it doesn't. But what happens is, again, we're like, well, I'm not going to get a commission check today. So if I just call tomorrow, well, now what happened is you've now pushed your success off 91 days because I'm going to wait till tomorrow to do the activity. And then 90 days from now, the results you currently are looking at that you're staring down the barrel of for Q4, that is an absolute symptom of your habits, your activities, your structure, your process, your discipline for Q3. But sometimes we just don't see that far in advance. We just go, oh, my pipeline's a little soft right now, but you know what? I think it'll pick up in September. Do we think or do we know? Are we tracking the activities right now that get us in front of people for September, that get us in negotiations for November, for October, that get us a closing before Christmas? Right now is exactly what you are going to be getting paid rolling into Christmas time. It's a scary thought. See, this guy went from, oh, he's kind of a funny, nice guy to holy crap, he just hit me between the eyes. Yeah. Your Christmas right now is determined by how busy you are. Are you at the lake house? Are we, well, kids going back to school? It's really important that maybe, I just, well, again, yes, those are important pieces. But at the same time, what does that pipeline look like? Because right now, you can actually predict the amount of anxiety that you're going to have once December hits. So, what's the cost? Every time we tell ourselves one of those lies, hey, I'll make it up tomorrow. Hey, you know what? Like, I'm not getting paid today. So, like, I'll just, I'm going to do something different. I'm going to let those distractions creep in. There's other things I should be doing something different rather than a measurable activity. What's happening is we're letting a more accountable agent. You're letting an agent that I've trained, that I've worked with, take your lunch. That's simple. There is an agent out there, and they don't need to be more experienced than you. They don't need to know more than you. They don't need to be a better negotiator than you. They just need to work a little bit harder. It's typically how it goes, right? So every time that we tell ourselves one of those lies, oh, I'll make it up, I'll do it tomorrow, what happens is we're letting somebody else come into our business and actually remove food from our table. I know it's like it's a hard thought on a Friday morning. So what I did is I actually assembled a process. Sorry, my apologies. I work with a lot of Americans. I'm out here in like West Coast of Canada. Sorry, not process. Not process, process. I gotta again choose your audience, right? So process. Yes, I am Canadian. So when I'm looking at creating a culture of accountability, it doesn't matter if it's for one agent or 100 agent real estate team. There's only 4 steps. There's only 4. So what I'm going to tell you is this. Some people are actually going to take the step and they're like, hey, Joe, like, can I ask you a question about this? Hey, Joe, can you send me that slide deck? If that's not you, the one thing you take away today, please, the one thing you take away today, take out your phone, take a picture of this. For anybody who wants to be better tomorrow, marginally than they were today, these are the 4 steps. There's no fifth. There's no, well, if I only just do this and this, but not this and this. And I'm going to give you a real life example. And I'm going to be crazy vulnerable on a Friday morning. And again, these are like, I've actually never presented this piece in this depth before. So you guys are getting like, you're getting it raw. So number 1, daily battle rhythm. Number 2, public tracking system. Number 3, who are you reporting to? Bob Dylan even said, everybody's got to serve somebody. And what's the consequence protocol? What happens if I don't? Those are the exact 4 steps to create an ecosystem in your business, even if you are a brand new agent team of 1. This is how you move the needle. If you want to be part of that 5%, that's doing 95% of the deals right now, and not part of the 95% that's fighting for that 5% scrap, these are the exact 4 steps. You don't need to be the best on social media. You don't need to be the best at lead conversion. You don't need to have the best like showing process, open house process, buyer's process, after sale referral process. You don't. But you need to be the agent that shows up consistently. Here is exactly how you do it. Number 1, the daily battle rhythm. What's the plan? What is the goal for quarter 4? And how have we reverse engineered it so that quarter 3, we can fill that pipeline? If you have less than 30 warm or hot leads, there's a problem, because right now between 50 to 60% are the ones that are actually going to complete. 30, fact, there's your number. If you are sitting on less than 30, then chances are we haven't reverse engineered the process. We haven't figured out the marketing pillars, the skills required to execute. We haven't reverse engineered the goals, and we haven't actually built out a measurable activity plan. Does anybody here actually have like a measurable activity plan every day? This is exactly what, but here's the four things that I do. Four. There's four things you need to do. That's it. Most importantly, once you get those four items, are they time blocked accordingly? Where is it in your calendar that these things are going to get done? And I'm telling you right now, a 4 hour chunk of prospecting isn't how we do it. Break it down. So, for example, I'm going to do 30 minutes of social media engagement where I'm engaging with my audience, getting them to know me, like me, trust me, refueling those connections. 15 minutes Facebook, 15 minutes Instagram. I comment. I never comment in less than 4 words because I'm going to trick the algorithm. I got this. I'd be going into my calendar going 8 a.m. to 8:15 Instagram engagement, 8:15 to 8:30 Facebook engagement, 8:30 to 8:45 break, 8:45 to 9, 5 dials, 2 conversations, 9 to 9:05 break. I would actually break it up so that if something does happen, because again, in the realm of all that's possible, something's going to happen, that I give myself the grace that a 4 hour block doesn't get thrown out the window. And I'm able to switch gears to different activities. I got like ADHD brain, man. Like I can't do the same thing. Like, I don't know, maybe some of y'all can. I can't. The human brain only works from 30 to 45-minute increments. So how the hell is a 4 hour prospecting block going to help you? What's inside of it? What do you need to do? So figure out that daily battle rhythm. Number two, have a public tracking system. So when I've done the thing that's time blocked from my business plan, okay, how do I know I hit I can go back in I can do all the things, but my social media engagement, I got nowhere to track that. My posts, I got nowhere to track that. My newsletter, I don't know where to track that. The dials, conversations, proactive appointments, yeah, that's going to show up in the CRM, but my sphere text messages, where do I track that? So if you do hit a day where it doesn't happen, and again, life happens. You wake up, people get sick, kids get sick. I get it. Again, I got 2 kids and I got a wife that works full time. So I get that things can happen. But what the public tracking system does is it makes it at least so I can see what was missed. So here's an example of the tracker that I give my students. I love this. This is and I'm going to tell you right now, greatest real estate tracker I've ever seen. I built it. Every single one of my individual students rolls on this. I only run measurable activities 5 days per week. Daily goal times 5, weekly roll up. This tracker does the math for you. Anybody want a copy of it? Y'all on my tracker? Okay, I got one hand. Jake's,
Awesome.
Jake's smiling.
Did you build it
Nope.
with AI or did you
A little bit of both.
yeah.
So this tracker probably took me about 2 days to get right. Like this was a huge one for me because I've never really found a tracker that I resonated with. When I was running my real estate team, it was paper-based and you had to take a picture of it with your phone because at the time it was during the pandemic and you had to like text me a picture of this paper. It was like the most lunky thing in the world, but it was on this like tick system. It was horrible. So with this to me was like, again, the picture perfect tracker because number one, gives you your daily goal. Number two, it gives you the percentage achieved. As you move forward, it actually changes color. You can see it. With my individual students, we call it Operation Go Green. What's the activity? How do we turn it green? This is how we start identifying roadblocks. Which false narrative are we falling into? Status. It even tells you close, on track, behind. So you even get like little warning messages that pop up. How many days you hit the goal? On your best day, here's what you did. Congratulations. This pulls out the opportunities, the struggles, the roadblocks, but at the same time allows us to celebrate what you're really uniquely great at. All you have to do is change column B to the daily plan right from your activity goals, right from your business plan, multiply it by 5 in column L, and the math works for you. Like that's all you need to do. And if anybody, like I said, anybody wants it, you can email me. I'm happy to give it to you along with a copy of this slide deck. But here's the funny part is if you change anything else other than column B, L, and the daily inputs, y'all gonna break my tracker. And if you think I'm smart enough to put this thing back together, you are dead wrong. Don't break my tracker. So, next, an accountability partner. There's a lot of words on here. So I'm going to condense it down. Like I said before, the words of the warrior poet Bob Dylan, you got to serve somebody. If you hold those goals inside of you, well, that's where they live, but that's also where they die. Nobody can move something forward without a sense of community in real estate. This is such a lonely, heartbreakingly lonely industry. And to me, one of my favorite things is coming on these calls with you guys, because I see that sense of community. One of my closest friends is anybody know my guy Dan Bing? Y'all know Dan
Yes.
Bing?
Yeah.
Yeah, so Dan Bing, rock star agent. I started working with him 90 days before he got licensed, 30 deals in his first year. He'll do 65 to 70 in his second year. I started working with him when he was starting to study in real estate. He said, he's like, you know what, Joe, just sit down, I'm going to shut up, just show me what to do. But every day before he was licensed, he was doing some real estate activity in some shape or form and reporting to me 5 days per week. But could he have just done it on sheer will? Maybe. Do I have faith that he would have? No. And I love the guy. Having that accountability partner. Now, when a lot of these stars align, you get this. This is me. This is me from 2023, and this is me in 2026. I had to think about that for a sec. I have arthritis in my knee. I was a sponsored skateboarder as a kid. Like, I was the coolest thing. I thought I was gonna be I would be like the next Tony Hawk. And what did I do? I sacrificed a knee. I gave a knee to the sport. Forced me to gain a ton of weight after university. I ended up 270 pounds coming out of the pandemic in 2023. I thought I had sleep apnea because I had so much weight on my neck that was like choking me out at night. My back was constantly hurting. I was always like sweating. So it wasn't until I experienced enough pain that I started putting myself through these steps for a personal goal. And in less than 2 years, I've dropped 70 pounds. The equivalent of 70 pounds is two bald eagles standing on a kitchen microwave. That's what I was carrying around, two bald eagles fighting on a microwave. And as soon as I dropped the eagles, right? It's one thing to say 70 pounds. Let's say like two eagles territorially fighting on top of a friggin' General Electric microwave. Like, look at it. That's what I was carrying around beyond the limit for a suitcase of like my wife going to Cancun for 10 days. It wasn't until I started following those same protocols that I was able to drop that, because I couldn't do it on my own. Number one, I had to develop a plan. I had to be like, okay, what does my diet look like? What does the exercise look like? How am I being mindful? Am I getting enough sleep? Like, what do I need to do? Number two was like, okay, now that I've got a plan, building it into my calendar, when I get up, when I go to the gym, making it a non-negotiable. And then I actually created an accountability group. I'm not going to tell you the name of the accountability group. It was pretty, just a bunch of dudes that I worked with. So I'm not going to tell you the name of it, but let's just say it was inspiring for dudes to get to the gym. And it wasn't until I had to report to that 5 days a week. And I never wanted to be that guy that was just like, oh, sorry, I slept in, because I knew I was going to hear about it. I would get put on blast. So it wasn't until I reported to somebody that I actually felt, because I was okay letting myself down. Right? A lot of agents are okay letting themselves down, whether it's health, whether it's fitness, whether it's their business. You're okay. But it's when you think you're letting the team down that goal extends beyond you. So just one example, and there's Dan Bing. That was Dan Bing and I on Father's Day at the car show in Qualicum on my little island of Vancouver. Lastly, consequence protocol. Like I said, I got two 18-year-olds. At one point, they were two 13-year-olds. I got a daughter, I got a son. If I said to my son, hey man, Jackson, I need you to clean that room, is he going to do it? I mean, he's a good boy, maybe, but no. But if I said, Jackson, if you don't get those dinner plates out of there that have been there for 6 weeks, I'm taking that phone, smashing it in half. Oh, he's going to get those plates out because he knows dad's Italian, crazy enough, just might do it. What's the consequences for missing? This stops any negotiation. So what happens? When you skip, what happens? Chances are right now, nada. So in terms of consequence protocol, there's three that I'm going to talk about. Number one is the deposit protocol. When I was in that accountability group, it was $50 a day, e-transferred to the guy who set the group up, me, every time you missed. Every time you missed, it was $50. I was in an accountability group with some agents. One of them was a seven-figure annual earner. It was $1,000 a day, every day, 5 days a week that he missed his accountability check-in. $1,000. How many days do you think he missed? Zero. But if I was like, hey, it'd be great if you could just send those numbers in, man, and I'll double check it, ain't gonna work. Second thing is the recovery report. If you've got an accountability partner, you missed those numbers, send a video in. Hey, here's what got in the way. Break it down, explain it, figure out what that roadblock is. And the last one was the most like raw dog in your face punishment. This is bad. So on my real estate team, the day you started, you got a paper-based tracker. I mentioned that before. It was during the pandemic. Yes, it was paper-based. So we would give out a paper-based tracker. If you missed your 25 conversations per week, you were choked out of lead rotation for 10 days. 10 days. Cooked. Done. I had 5 inside sales agents. 3 were licensed. They're giving you nothing. That's if you missed the first time. You missed the second time, you're out for 30 days. You get nothing. And you got to think, like, we had probably 20 to 50 leads coming in per day. Nothing. If you missed the third time, anybody want to guess what happened? This isn't the team for you. Do you know how many times I had to do that? 0. I had one person hit the 10-day. And this was in 6 years of me running a team that I was upwards of 40 people. 0. 0. So accountability, this is not a personality trait. It's not, well, some people are. It's like some people have blonde hair, some people have brown hair, some people are balding. So it's not what it is. What it is, everybody can build this following those 4 steps. An expectation is what you kind of hope will happen, which is typically what I see in real estate businesses. Well, like I think I expect I'll probably make those calls today, but the reality is your standards. Through those 4 steps, that is how you create standards that you stick to and follow in real estate. I love this quote. Everybody wants to go to heaven. Nobody wants to die. Joe Louis. If you want to be a top agent, act like one. So with that, look at that. SG, I hit the 30-minute mark. 28 minutes. I got 2.
Man.
I got 2 minutes for questions before I get the friggin' axe. So that's the QR code. If you want to sit there and you want, like, I'm opening up my time to you. You want to sit down, number one, see what it looks like to work with us. You want to ask questions. You want any resources, that's the code. That's how you get a hold of me. Other than that, you can hit me up at info@highperformanceagents.com if you want a copy of this slideshow. And I am happy for anybody who's checking this out live or on the replay. I'm sure there's probably a replay available, I would think, somewhere. You want to hit me up. That's how you hit me up. And I will make sure that you get a copy of my tracker. Don't break it. You got to make it. You got to make your own copy anyway. It's like, obviously it's the view version. So make your own damn copy. I'll give you a copy of the tracker. I'll give you a copy of the slide deck. And again, you want to talk about what it looks like creating a culture of accountability for yourself. Hit that QR code that books an appointment with me. I own a company called High Performance Agents. We've been in the coaching space for just shy of 10 years, 2,000 students, 7 countries. Right here in Canada, I run live scripting every day, 7:30 a.m. Pacific. So anybody wants to take a shot at it, let me know. Happy to share some scripts, get you guys in there, give you a sense of what I do. I have a passion for real estate. This is what I do. Not in production. I just get to hang out and do this all day. So with that, any questions you guys have, I'm right here. Ask me anything. Or maybe it was just that concise.
Love this. This was really great. Accountability is always a hot topic. On that note, actually, I do want to share something real quick. Jake, in fact, runs a daily conversion club. It's
Oh,
actually starting right now. I'm going to put the link in the chat. It's open to everybody. Everyone is welcome. This is an incredible opportunity to get your dials in, no excuses. And also have a little bit of company and ask some questions if you need some support and help. So always a good opportunity. So accountability, big, big thing. And I love this so much, Joe. This was absolutely amazing and super in love with that tracker. That's a
right?
pretty good tracker.
See,
Um,
SG, you strike me as a very like structured, like detail-oriented human being. So with that being said, yes, I can see how you'd love that tracker. It's it that's like a culmination of a bunch of trackers that I used to create, I used to run. And for me, again, it's the visual acuity that like it's Operation Go Green. How do I get that green? And that's really what you're driving for. But what needs to go green is it's a derivative of the business plan from the previous quarter. So it's a crazy amount of science that goes into this. But again, happy to give it to anybody who reaches out, either books in or hits me up. Like I'm happy to share what I got. So
Amazing. We love this so much. Thank you for coming on this morning, especially starting your day extra early for us in BC.
I know, and the thing is I run a gym accountability group with a lot of my students, and I'm always at the gym at 5 after 5 every single morning. So I didn't go this morning, so now I'm gonna have to like strap up, get there at some point, or I'm gonna have to sing "I'm a Little Teapot" with my pants off or something like that. So
Yeah,
it's like,
you're
oh
gonna have to
yeah,
pay that
this,
$50.
yeah, I'd rather pay $50 than do that. So with that, everybody have an amazing day. Anything I can do for you guys in the future, hit me up. Look forward to maybe seeing you guys in some future sessions.
Amazing. Thank you so
See
much.
ya
Have an incredible day,
later.
everyone. See you next time.